Prepare for battle.
Behold!
So, welcome back as we get started here with game number 2. And yeah, we see here how Navi are going to deal with this Team Spirit lineup. Lal already coming in close, and we see that Shigetsu as well as Daniel MagicaL coming through with the smoke. It will be broken, and they get themselves underway, but this is just really, once again, for the wards to come through here. MagicaL, he sees Yatoro coming right up, trying to get the vision onto the tower, just to see if there were any tower clicks coming down. But yeah, the ward, it looks like here for the side of Spirit, will be safe on the other side of the river.
And he also walked up there to kind of take any thought from Navi that they had a war there, right? So Malady, maybe he would have placed down a sentry, but with the Slark coming out blindly like that and not even turning towards the Lesh, you could think, okay, he doesn't know anything here, he has no vision, so we're not to put down our sentry.
Yeah, the orb actually does fly through. They get split earth though onto Slark and Yatoro. He's just going to go for that level 1 pounce straight away. Chase down from Malik, but he's not going to be able to catch up even with the spider webs being down. Malady will take some punishment from this. So they engage in the river. Starstorm to be dropped, but Malik though, he still picks up this bounty in the glimpse now as well. And Mira, he's going to be taken down. Really good start for Navi. Let's see if they're going to be able to capitalize on it, because again, in the last game, they did have some great kills coming out from Daniel. And in the end, it just ended up turning on its head. But that's the start that Navi won.
Oh, that was a weird one from Mira, and also, I mean, that is MagicaL, the Lesh getting the first blood, so you can't really hope for more of a present than that. Team Spirit, they start off with a Slark with a pounce, so no essence shift level 1. He's not going to be as strong as you would like to be. And then your mid laner gets a free bottle, basically. So Navi, they're happy. The only thing they sacrificed was a ward.
Yeah. You can take a look at the odds on the screen here from EGB. We see that Navi, the odds in this one, a little bit worse to start off with. You know, Team Spirit still the favorites coming into game number 2. But again, Navi with a great start coming into this. And it looks like the mid lane not going to be as bullied here, MagicaL, as he was in this last game. In fact, he's putting a lot of damage onto Lal, and Lal not really able to respond with the lightning coming out with a split earth. And yeah, Lal having to play a little less aggressive in this mid lane. But on the top lane, Shigetsu just the lane pushing in here now as well. He's gone for that acid spray at level 1. Nothing at level 2 just yet. How do you expect the alchemist in this game to build here? Does he want to get aggressive with the unstable concoction, or does he want to be getting a little bit more greedy and getting more points into the Grievel's greed in this game?
He's thinking right now, because Mira is still level 1, so you could kill the Mirana. So he's probably thinking if he wants to go for that one. But you're gonna get it 1 point, I guess, because it is just way too good.
Okay, and we'll see. Mira here, the unstable concoction will be channeled. Mira, yeah, level 1 still. Only the point into the Starstorm will be taken down. Shigetsu gets a nice easy kill in his lane. Malady though, the axes connect from collapse, and Malady, he has to get back, or he has to find some way to heal himself up. With 1 tango left, he's got regen coming in on his courier.
Well, this is always you know, a problem with Mirana. Level 1, you're just so weak. Level 2, you're gonna get your leap, so you're gonna be much harder to kill. But you are slow. You are you have no armor. You have no HP. You're literally a walking food, a walking creep, you know, for the enemies to pick up until you get your level 2. And Mira, well, twice in a row, he makes a slight mistake and gives a kill to the enemy.
Yeah, it's not the start that he would have wanted. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane here, we can see Yatoro, top of the last hits. You know, he's getting himself the farm that he's going to need to set up for this game. And like you say, Maposhka's got that protection. You just look at him coming forward, level 2. He's actually not going to point into the instant gaze just yet. But the slowdown comes out. Malik immediately throws out the spinners, the Silken Balls, spinner snare. Hopefully, we don't see that in this game, because I just hate that spell. It would have been good though for the Bruno. That as Daniel getting chased down, the pounce comes out. They have that slow as well. The frost shield coming through, and Daniel's going to take a whole lot of punishment. Is this going to be the first kill on the board here for Team Spirit? No, the cogs do get dropped, and Daniel going to be able to walk himself away.
Now, good movement there through the trees coming out from him. And speaking about movement through the trees, Malady is going to have a good one as well, with Mira not being able to get on top of him. And we talked about the Mirana not having a leap and being very weak. Well, Mira decided to not go for a leap still, but he's baiting with the sticks and the fairy fire.
Yeah, collapse. So he's going to be able to at least get the kill with the axes. Mira gets himself away. Alchemist with the refresh there from the stick. We'll get enough points for the second point here into the acid spray. But it's going to be too late to get the kill onto Mira because Mira is already, well, like you say, the bait back in. In fact, I think he cancelled off the salve from the disruptor as well. So it was going to be Maldi on low health. And yeah, easy pickup. Well, not easy, but a good pickup there for the side of Spirit with that bait in.
No, definitely nice, but they're not slowing down the Alchemist. So Navi are happy. The laning phase is going really well for them. Even the Brood against the Slark Lich is doing well because, well, Slark didn't have the Essence Shift to start off. And now when you get to level 3, only now he has a Dark Pack to remove the Silken Boa. So you can never go aggressively. Malik is more than happy now with the Boots and Wraith Band. Shouldn't be that easy of a target.
Yeah, they should be looking to get the kill onto the Clockwork, really, if they are going to be going for anybody. But, yeah, like you say, Malik should be all right on this lane. We see the pull-through coming out from Daniel now as well. The Frost Blast onto the Clockwork, but Yatoro are trying to trade hits from Malik. And Malik, like I say, the Insatiable Hunger, it will be their level 1. Even just level 1, though. Yatoro are going to have a hard time sustaining, trying to go in and right-click up against this Brood. And Brood, turn it around. Daniel's going to be taking some punishment once again. The Pounce comes in with the Cogs. It's not going to be in time. In fact, this might be a kill. Daniel going to get himself away from this one. The Frost Shield, but you can see that Malik, as soon as his support gets dove, he goes right onto Maposhka, and Maposhka taking a whole lot of punishment from this.
Malik now, he might regret his life choices there for a second, but Yatoro, yeah, this is... Even though early start wasn't that great, oh no way again. This should not. That is pre-level 6. Melojule, you got a free bottle, you got a free first blood. Melojule, I don't know what it is it nerves, but he's not playing good Dota today, at least not in the laning phase.
Yeah, I mean, so since the gaze comes out onto the Clockwork now as well, the Cogs have been dropped underneath the Tier 1 tower. Not able to get the kill, but yeah, last time we checked in with the mid lane, you know, the Lesh, he was bullying Lal in this mid lane, and all of a sudden he turns it around. I know that he wasn't able to bossle up one of the water runes because the Mirana got the top one and Lal was able to secure the bottom one. So Melojule, after being out of bottle charges, no way to refresh there, and Lal able to take advantage of that and get the kill.
Yep, you get the advantage of that one, but it is definitely a mistake. You cannot allow a pre-level 6 Puck to kill you. No. It just cannot happen. So, you know, slight mistake there coming out from him. He's gonna suffer for it. We're back to watching the bottom lane where Yatoro will continue to do well, right? At least until the Broodmother hits level 6. But Malik is getting close to that one. So those early levels, not having the Essence Shift, definitely will come in handy here for Navi.
Yeah, at least Lal here is going to be able to get himself an Arcane Rune, so maybe the jump comes in. Speaking about jump, there is going to be the jump onto the Broodmother here in the bottom lane, and Malik can he get himself away from this one, being left alone. And he's going to be tanky enough to survive through that, though. And even without Daniel being on the lane, excuse me, Marley being on the lane, he was just able to... No, it is Daniel playing the clock, Marley in the last game. But either way, he was able to survive underneath the Tier 1.
So far, so good for Navi still. Even with that death in the mid lane, Melojule is still... neck and neck in net worth with the Puck, and Shigetsu is farming well. And one thing we haven't touched upon is that Alchemist is actually very good at dealing with the Beastmaster, because going through the acid spray for any of your units is not going to be an easy endeavor.
Yeah, we'll see here. No, the Roar comes out on the top lane, though. Do they get the kill onto Shigetsu? The glimpse, it's going to save his life. Surely those axes, will they fly through? Find it. Does he even have the mana for it? There is going to be an unstable concoction. He doesn't have a stick, he doesn't have a wand. And the mana, it's not going to be there for the axes. Shigetsu with that chemical rage will just regen back up. In fact, he might try and turn this one around now. A second unstable concoction. Going to get the glimpse onto Collapse. Is going to be the kinetic field, the lockdown. Is he just on the other side of it? I don't know where he is in that wall, but he's still going to be okay. Maldi, he might be the one to go down to Mirana. And with a glimpse. No. So close, and yet so far. He's even got the salve here. Maldi not going to be able to clean up any kills here on the side of Spirit. And Alchemist, and well, both of them getting low, but surviving in this lane for Navi.
Mirana was trying to click, move there, click, or right-click, move, and then Mira made the mistake because he missed the click onto the Disruptor. There were a lot of creeps around, and he attacked the creep ones. That saved the Disruptor's life, and in the end, he's the only one that falls.
Again, this bottom lane, though, Malik's going to take a lot of punishment. How's the level 6 looking for the Lich? Because I can see once that comes out, then potentially Malik will fall. But it's still going to be a little bit away. Yeah, he's still going to be a couple of creep waves away from being able to pick up that 6 on Maposhka.
At that point, the Brood will reproduce, and there's going to be a ton of babies to just take the damage off of Malik if it does come to that point. So overall, I don't think Malik is going to be suffering too much to the Chain Frost.
No, he should be fine here. Shigetsu going to be able to move himself into the jungle as well. Look for this Alchemist farm that we know he does so well. 2 points here as well into the Greevil's Greed. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, MagicaL, he's finding that farm. He hasn't been contested again, but not able to find a rotation off himself here. They like the Lesh to go towards.
Dire's top tower is
Look at
under
this
attack.
now. Spirit has a ward in the enemy big jungle where they know the Alchemist will be farming. They placed it even earlier. They thought they were going to get this Alchemist out of the top lane a lot earlier. But to be honest, Shigetsu can still stay there. And now it is Navi that are taking control back of their jungle because they have a ward at their outpost. So this top lane is pretty much secured for the Alchemist for at least a couple of minutes, and that is great because now is the farming time of the Alchemist from minute 10 to minute 20. That is when you get strong.
Yeah, and like you said, that Collapse, he just can't walk any of his creeps into that acid spray. You can see that as soon as that went down, he stopped them on the edge of it. And this isn't what a Beastmaster wants to be doing. The Beastmaster wants to be coming in with this creep army and putting the pressure on, taking this 2-1 tower away. And like you say, Navi, they just have this protection, and it's not even really taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Lal will be pushing the lane in, but none of it goes towards that tower. MagicaL, he takes the aggression and will be able to clean it up as well.
Speaking of aggression, they're going towards Malik on the bottom lane. That's going to be the first coil that's going to be used. So Team Spirit, they go in fast, and this is the idea. This is why this Navi lineup, it is greedy, right? But it has some merit to it because you have to deal with the Brood, you have to deal with the Lesh, or your early towers are going to fall. So Team Spirit have to be very fast on dealing with those, and for now, they're just letting the Alchemist get away with what he wants. They're like, we're going to deal with him later on.
Dire's bottom
and while while the Broodmother did go down on the bottom lane as well, he was able to take down Maposhka, so it was still a benefit. I suppose dying's never a benefit, but he still got something out of it before he went down.
I guess, but it was still a fast rotation from the Fox. He's not going to be too mad about it. He has the Witch Blade. Well, speaking about death of the offlaners, Collapse is looking very much.
Yeah, the Glimpse comes back. The roar was clever here. Shigetsu taking a lot of damage, but the roar was clever to try and stop Shigetsu from coming forward. The unstable concoction was going. But yeah, he's going to be able to get the jump in. The Starstorm, does it connect? It doesn't even connect. The arrow, slightly too far away from Shigetsu. And Lal, he's going to be able to get the kill into Malady. But can he get
5 seconds?
Shigetsu now as well? The hook shot comes through. Shigetsu, he might even be able to turn this one around. Like you say, he might be able to come back in with an unstable concoction. No, he just goes for the TP back behind and away from this one into the mid lane. So he's going to be able to pick up some farm in this mid lane uncontested. And all of a sudden, this gank, he did get the kill onto the Disruptor, but Alchemist getting away once again. He's just going to be able to set up, reset with the unstable concoction, the Chemical Rage, and he's going to be fine.
Yeah, they were a couple of seconds too late to respond to that Beastmaster being in trouble, and because of it, they don't get a kill on the Alchemist. And I also like that Shigetsu did not panic. He TP'd to the mid lane and continues farming. If he TP's back to the base, he takes away like 500 gold from himself, and that is a big deal when you're working towards the Radiance.
Yeah, bottom lane once again. The chain cross is going to bounce around. Are they going to be favorable bounces, though? It looks like it's going to be through the spiders. And again, well, this time Malik, he's only going to get the kill afterwards with the Broodlings, but it will still be another kill. This time going away with Maposhka on the bottom lane. And Yatoro being uncontested here. You look at the net worth. He's going to be behind the Alchemist, but he's not having a bad time in this game either.
He's having a solid one, and he is going for a Midas. He wants to be a beast, though. It seems like he's thinking about it because he has the money, and considering... Oh, no, he doesn't have a courier, so that's why he's not buying out.
Yeah, it's still going to be about 20 seconds away. Now he does buy it out here. And once his courier is back up, he's going to be able to buy that one out. Or he does buy it out. Going to be able to get it over to him and help catch up, or at least keep pace with the Alchemist in this game.
I don't think the Spirit are too happy with how this game is going. They probably wanted a bit more of a momentum onto the Slark and maybe go for, an Echo Saber the second night from 15 to 20 minutes. That's where you strike, you go forward, you pressure the enemies. But to be honest, the second night from 15 to 20 minutes, they're not going to be able to put a lot of pressure on the Alchemist, and that's going to make him a big problem. The Radiant's almost done.
Yeah, like you say, Yatoro going towards that. It is going to come out after the Hand of Midas, but he has left the lane now. With MagicaL rotating down, Malik here as well with the Broodlings, with the Spiderlings. They're going to be able to take this tier 1 tower uncontested, it seems. And yeah, Team Spirit, they aren't in the right space to be able to contest back onto that. At least it looks like the Beastmaster in the top lane, with 4 heroes here from the side of Team Spirit, might be able to even up these tier 1 towers.
Yeah, they know that they have to take that one down as fast as possible. If they just send the Beastmaster and are kind of lingering on the bottom lane, the Alchemist will go in there and delay the game even more. So TSpirit, as soon as they see Navi focusing on the bottom tower, you have to respond. You have to somewhat stop Navi from controlling a big chunk of the map, because with heroes just as theirs on Navi, if they have a lot of creeps to farm, they can do it really fast and they're gonna destroy you with the gold that they accumulate.
Yeah, and you can see that. I mean, we'll see, the mid lane rotation coming in from Navi. So I was talking about how fast Spirit want to play this one, but Navi
middle tower is under attack.
playing it even, keeping pace, playing it even faster here. Alchemist, like say, with the Radiance coming through, he wants to go for that BKB, but he's not, just AFK jungling. He is getting involved with the rest of his team, making sure that then if Spirit wanted to fight into it, they'd be fighting into all 5 heroes, or maybe not this time. The Chain Frost comes through now as well. The Disruptor, what can he do? There's going to be a really nice Static Storm onto the puck. And Puck gonna get himself away from this one. Gonna be popped, and there's gonna be even more Spiderlings on the field after this one. Malady does get the kill. They take the tier 1 tower, and Alchemist Shigetsu, he's gonna be hunting with the rest of his team. And Mira, has he got any leaps away to get himself away from this one? He's got all 3 leaps and has to just move himself out.
Yep. Navi are doing a really good job, and Poshka is going forward. Yatoro is joining the fight. Midas versus the Radiance on the other carry. Well, I know who my pick would be. The problem is Shigetsu, of course, he lost the Chemical Rage, and now with the Helm of the Overlord, Collapse is a little bit too much of an issue to deal with. The thing is, Navi, the way that they need to slow this game and the way that they are doing it is by applying pressure, right? You get into an area and you apply pressure. You poke on the tower, poke, poke, poke. Team Spirit reacts, you get out. While that is happening, your Alchemist is farming. So even though you have a greedy Lich, a greedy Brood, they want to farm a lot, right? If you are not farming and Spirit are not farming either, you're in this stalemate and the Alchemist is somewhere around, then that is perfect for you. And Team Spirit wanted to break it apart. In the end, they lose a tower, they lose a puck, and they only gain a support.
Yeah, we'll see here if there's going to be another engage coming in through. Shigetsu with an unstable concoction. Who's going to throw it on? Actually gets on to Maposhka. He just disappears. And now, with this dream call here, Lal can he get himself away from this one? They do get the kill on Danielle. Mira is going to be the one to pick this one up. But again, Shigetsu's got that unstable concoction going. Where's the rest of his team? He wants to be throwing that out once again with a roar. Is it going to be a self-pop? It is going to be that self-pop. Now taking a whole lot of damage. Shigetsu the chase down.
He's not dying.
Drive back. No, Slot Yatoro. He gets that pounce away. They do get the kill on Shigetsu. And it looks like Yatoro, he's still going to be going down. As the spawn spider comes out here, Malik gets that pick, finds the kill, so they trade position 1 for position 1. The Beastmaster, he might be the next one to fall. So a really good roar to set up a Collapse. Not going to be able to get himself away from this one. In the end, Mira, he gets the kill onto Meljewel. The Chain Frost, it bounces around. They take down Malik. Can he go for another kill onto Malady? It looks like he's going to try and go for that retreat. He might even have that glimpse if he needs it. Yeah, Mira, not even going to be able to set up. No arrow, nothing like this. So Malady at least will be able to play away, it seems.
Mira takes everything in that fight, but the one that did the heavy lifting was Collapse. Not even him, but his Ancient Black Dragon. He's the one that killed everyone. He did almost 4,000 damage in that fight. Nobody else comes even close, and Mira was just finishing people off. In the end, if you're playing against an Alchemist lineup and you're trading glows and trading kills, you're happy. So Team Spirit coming out of that fight much, much happier than Navi.
Yeah, it does mean that the Alchemist, once he's back up, he's going to be able to go back to farm. But like you say, anytime you can take this Alchemist off the board, either not fighting or not farming. Yatoro, it was unfortunate that he went down, so he's going to be down himself, not going to be able to catch up. But like you say, just taking the Alchemist off the board, that's a massive win in and of itself. But he will be getting close now towards that BKB, about 600 gold away, so that's not going to be too far away at all. And it's going to be even harder now for Team Spirit to fight into this if Shigetsu carries on being active in these fights.
They tried to go for Yatoro. The Lesh does have a blink, so Meljewel is going full on aggression, right? And Yatoro immediately pops the ulti. He understands. You get the glimpse, the Static Storm is there, and these two, they easily kill you. So very nice response from him. It's not even fast fingers, right? Against the Lesh, you're always going to do it, but he knows exactly how he wants to play, and that's why he can respond accordingly.
Yeah, and Spirit now moving themselves into the pit. It's going to be it's not a massively quick Roshan, but you still get it uncontested. And now Team Spirit, do they need to be looking for the next set of items, or do you still want them to be looking to fight? Because Slark has that Echo Saber, just using the Hand of Midas off cooldown as well in the lane. But for the most part, Navi, they've stepped up the momentum in this game. They've got the pace to take buildings, to take towers, and Team Spirit, is it up to them now to match it?
Navi now have their items, right?
Yeah.
So they're much stronger. But Team Spirit still want
Radiant's
to poke in and out,
bottom
go in and
tower
out.
is
That is
under
how you want to fight. If you find the disruptor, you can definitely fight aggressively. And during nighttime, you should feel more confident. Though we can see they still don't want to go into areas that are being controlled by
Dire's
Navi,
top
even
tower
with an
is
Aegis.
under
So they're
attack.
going for a move of their own
Dire's
on the top lane,
structures
trying
are
to trade,
fortified.
trying to force Navi. So they're the ones that come over, and then it's Team Spirit that are chasing one kill after the other.
Yeah. And we can see here, like you say, I mean, Collapse, he's going to be able to use that dragon to push out the top lane. But with the rotation over from MagicaL, oh, did he set up onto this? I mean, MagicaL is going to be seen by the creeps now,
Radiant
but they do put a lot of
scanning.
pressure onto this tier 2 tower. Well, it's like
Dire's top
Navi,
tower
they're going to be
is
taking their
under
time to
attack.
respond, coming through here. Smoke gank, the
They're
scan is going to
coming
turn red. They know. So let's see. Spirit,
Have to run.
do you want to try and back themselves away? Yeah, they're playing away in the trees here.
We slip
But again,
into
she gets
shadow.
with the unstable concoction. The hook, though, it doesn't actually connect onto Mira. Mira trying to get himself away with the leaps. The unstable concoction, that will
more
still
vision.
connect. Not going to be disjointed, but inside that moonlight shadow, looks like Mira should be safe. And yeah, Spirit going to be able to get themselves away. They did force some rotations back towards this tier 2 as well.
That is a big blunder from Daniel not have to not have a dust. I mean, I understand that the disruptor doesn't want to have a dust because he can use the sentries next to him. He's a range hero, but you're not gonna get close for a dust. Clockwork, I don't know if any hero in this game gets more personal than the Clockwork. So you invade the enemy's personal space, you need to have that dust to be able to at least get one kill from that full-on rotation. Now Spirit are just gonna be able to come back and take this tower.
Yeah, and Shigetsu, he just continues to farm. What's it going to be? It's actually going to be the Orchid, it looks like, for the Alk coming up next here. Lol on the bottom lane, looking to,
Dire's top
I mean, I
tower
guess
is
just get
under
some
attack.
XP here. Just shadow out Shigetsu. Top lane, once again, Spirit. They're going to be coming right back towards this tier 2 tower on the top. Lol dives himself in, but Shigetsu already moved himself away. And with this Aegis on the side of Spirit, we'll see if they want to do anything from this. And Mira, he might be the next one to go down now. And MagicaL chasing in. Do they have the control? Mira, he tries to throw out. He's going to go for the leap now as well. He might be able to get himself in the trees, but with the glimpse, the drag back, the lockdown, and Malik, he's going to be able to take him down. Yeah, no way for the Marauder to get himself out safe there on Mira.
Yeah, you go to the other side because, you know, if you start running towards your teammates and they chase you and they kill you, well, then there could be a glimpse onto one of your teammates. So Mira, he understood that he was dead there. Though I have to say, Rob, I'm pretty much disappointed. I expected a more dynamic game than this one, that it's gonna be hunting in the woods, playing like that. But Team Spirit, they went for, let's go for a slower approach. I don't know if you remember the Juggernaut meta when Ramses always bought the Midas, even against an Alchemist, and then he would outscale him like 30 minutes into the game, 35 minutes into the game. I feel like that's the approach that Team Spirit are taking in this game, and it's gonna make the game just not be as exciting.
No, you can see the odds on the board as well. You know, Navi are starting to close that gap, but Team Spirit, for the most part, are still the favorites just because of how strong a team they are. Slark, he's, like you say, he's trying to keep pace, but he's fallen 6k behind this Alchemist now as well. And you can see that Navi, they aren't shy of fighting here. They're forcing out rotations from the side from Spirit. And how do you, I mean, you've even got the Aegis, but Spirit not able to take a fight because Navi, they're just playing this so well as a team.
It feels like they just wanted that Aegis to make sure that they can stand their ground and that Navi are slightly afraid of them. So what Team Spirit are doing, they're delaying the game. They're trying to match the objectives that Navi are taking and make sure that they just stay somewhat relevant in this one. We'll see if it works out. Shigetsu, he needs to make good use of this Orchid, but for now it's not working out. A big ulti from the punk.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to set up for this now as well. They do get the kill onto Malady. Can they go for even more? The Spiderlands, well, the pipe will be there, but they do get the kill onto Danielle. So both supports falling on the side of Navi. The chase is on from Spirit, but are they actually going to be able to catch anyone? Because you see that how fast Navi are just retreating, and the support's buying them time to get themselves away from this one. You've got the blink on MagicaL. You've got the Shigetsu. Well, he's got feet on Shigetsu. Doesn't have that blink just yet. And then you've got the webs here for Malik. So they were able to just de-aggro, you know, just get themselves away. They do lose both supports, but it will be, you know, Navi with the peel able to get themselves away from this fight. So still, Spirit, it's a good couple of pickups there, and we'll see if they're able to build any momentum off this.
That was a mistake from Shigetsu. He wants to reveal his Orchid, though he already did show it, but wants to get a kill on the Mirana that does have the Guardian Greaves. And with that, you're too deep. And then this is going to be the response. Team Spirit, they don't even want more. They just want the support kills, and that's it. We've seen so many Alchemists just fall flat. They're super strong. They seem unkillable, and then they have 10-15,000 net worth more than their opponents, and they still lose because the hero just doesn't look that great.
Yeah, I mean, we see there's going to be the pouncing from Yatoro now in the mid lane on top of the Alchemist. Alchemist, though, the pipe gets popped here from Malik. Is the chase going to be on? Unstable concoction. The hook, it actually connects. He might be able to know Yatoro here with the Dark Pact. He already used the Shadow Dance, though, to collapse. Does he want to try and throw out this roll? They're going to try and go into the Alchemist once again, it looks like. An Alchemist taking a whole lot of damage here. Shigetsu, can he get himself away? He has to pop that BKB as MagicaL gets the kill onto Maposhka. Can they go for even more here on the side of Navi? Because that BKB from Shigetsu, it will be wearing off. The 3-man Dream Call comes out now as well. The arrow connects onto Malik, and it looks like the damage onto the Broodmother. Is it going to be enough? No. It looks like Team Spirit once again just looking for this disengage, and Navi, they're going to be able to reset, get themselves back in, and take down this tier 2 tower, even through the fortification. That's going to be wearing off. This next creep wave comes in, and Navi, the momentum is in their favor in game number 2. It's up to Spirit to disrupt it, and so far, it looks like Navi, they're just the ones coming out on top.
They are getting the objectives. The thing is, Team Spirit did get a 9-second BKB from the Alchemist. You could see from the way that they were approaching fights that that's what they wanted from the start. Of course, Navi, they're not going to give it for free. They are going to take your tier 2 tower. So overall, I feel like that's an even trade still, but the gold lead is not increasing. You have an Alchemist, and he's the only one getting some farm. These supports on the side of Navi, they're gonna be food for the Slarks. So Navi, they need to start thinking about this fast, because now is the time when your Alchemist is super strong. But you get that AC, after that you're gonna start falling off. So Navi, they need to go forward again. They might need a little bit more than just a Lich kill.
Do you expect, we'll see if a fight's going to break out here. There's going to be the glimpse back. No! Did they actually get the jump up? No. They don't. Yatoro here again with that Shadow Dance available to him. And they're not going to be able to get right on top of him, even with that Static Storm going here. Yatoro, though, the Moonlight Shadow will come out. Do we have the chase down ability here? It looks like Yatoro, does he want to try and reset? He's going to be unstable concoction, but there's going to be an double pact. He's still going to be taking a lot of damage. The Silence comes out after the fact. After that Dark Pact is forced out, the hook shot's going to be there now as well. He's going to kill onto Malady, but it looks like Yatoro, he's going to go down. And again, his Spawn Spirals will be used. The Roar comes through. Here's Team Spirit still fighting into this one. The damage is he going to have to get the kill onto 2 of them. They take down onto MagicaL here. The Lash collapse, so taking out a lot of punishment. Daniel with the cogs and collapse. Is it going to be enough to get this kill? Daniel trying to run himself away, but the arrow connects. Maposhka will get this kill. At least Malik going to be able to get himself away. Shigetsu there as well. But they do lose 3 heroes here on the side of Navi. It's only going to be Yatoro, I'm pretty sure, that goes down. No buybacks being forced out, nothing like that. And Team Spirit, it's still an all-right trade, even if they do lose the carry.
What a huge blunder by Navi. What happened there is that Yatoro went invis for a couple of seconds when he was silenced. When he was dead, he made a mistake. He used the pounce through the kinetic field. He was just standing in place. He got silenced. He was dead in a second there. No, the Moonlight Shadow kicks in. He gets a heal off, and the fight extends long enough for Team Spirit to be able to mount up a response. So that is just Navi making a huge blunder, a huge mistake that cost them the fight that they should have won. The enemy carry was dead. He had nothing. Shigetsu was full, having the BKB, but no, it takes too long. You have to pop those BKBs. You lose a lot of heroes, or at least a lot of HP in the process, and then the chase from Spirit is just great. So Navi, good start, good setup. In the end, the execution just slightly off the mark.
Yeah, we'll see here. I mean, it looks like Navi, do they want to look for another fight? They've got their ultimate something, well, the Chemical Rage coming out in the next few seconds as well. So we'll see here what they're looking for. The rocket flares are being used. They're looking to get this Visioner, looking to scout out, but it looks like Spirit, a bit wise to this, just going to play themselves away. Well, going to play themselves right into the Roche pit, because Roche number 2 is available here. That is going to be the shard for Spirit, and it looks like Navi, no idea this is going on. How quickly can they do it, though? Because it looks like it's not going to be the fastest Roche in the world. Now, well, the pounce comes in from Yatoro, and this should speed it up just a little bit.
Yeah, and they also use the rocket flare there in their triangle, so Navi, they don't know. They need some time to get over there. And Daniel, I really have to say, he has not been playing this game well. He has both the fluffy hat and the cloak. Feels like he's cold. To be honest, you need the dust and the sentries in this in this game if you want to do your job well.
Well, the hookshot's going to be coming in, but this is going to be a shroud available here for Yatoro, so the depth shroud will be there now as well. And are they going to be able to contest? No, kinetic field that catches a couple of them, and it looks like Navi, they're just going to look for the disengage.
Just slightly late because the rocket flare didn't go towards Roche. You know, slight mistake there again. Those little things matter when you're playing against the team of Spirit's caliber. I have to say though, Navi, they're showcasing that their movements and their understanding of the game are good, right? They're just slightly slow, and at times they mess up the execution. Other than that, you know, they're doing a good job. I would really like if this team, even if they drop to Division 2, to stay together, which is highly unlikely, but I would love it because with some practice, with some polishing, this could be a huge team.
Yeah, and we'll see here. I mean, they've got the lockdown on Yatoro, but do they get the final kill? They take down the Aegis. Can they go for even more as the other side of the map collapse gets a kill onto Malik? Can he get himself away from this one? Whereas that Shadow Dancer Pounce comes through, but they were blocking his path, and they might have the lockdown. They do. They get the kill onto Yatoro. He just couldn't get himself away. And I like that they played the triangle around him. Wherever he was trying to look to pounce, you know, there was going to be a hero to block it, and they had the lockdown, they had the control, and they found the kill.
Yeah, we were speaking about blunders, and that is a huge one. You know, just before you get your BKB, that was the advantage that Team Spirit were very happy with, and Yatoro just throws it away. Of course, on the other side of the map, the Broodmother does die. Team Spirit are pressuring the tower, so overall, Navi are not going to be able to get much out of this, but oh, will they though?
They get the lockdown on Sybil Toxin, they get the kill onto the Lich. Can they get the kill onto Collapse now as well? Collapse trying to get himself away. The TPB BKB comes out. And it's going to be the two other heroes here, but they do get the kill onto the Lich. And that was still a really good engagement there from Navi, just unable to get more from it. But I mean, hell, that was still a really good way to engage that fight. And Navi, do you expect the Shigetsu, you know, the Alchemist here, he's building towards, he wants to go towards the Bloodthorn, but are you expecting a Basher anytime soon?
Looking at his items, I'm thinking, where the hell are you even gonna put that Basher up? Maybe get rid of the phase boots against a lot of units. Not sure about it. So yeah, I'm guessing he will replace it at some point, but it's gonna take some time. Overall, though, you know, that stun from Shigetsu, it was so amazing. It doesn't land you too many kills, only one, but it might be a morale boost. Like, let's go, this is what we can do. And Team Spirit, even in the previous game, we saw that they were getting a little bit too close to each other when especially the supports, and it happens again, you know, pretty much on the same spot, just considering now they're Radiant and they were dire the last time, but just in front of the enemy base, they stay close to the high ground, and then they get jumped, stunned, and this time around they only lose one of the supports, not both of them. But overall, Navi, that blink reveal from the Alchemist, it might be showing us what Shigetsu is going to be doing now looking forward.
Yeah, I mean, he still has the ability to go for that Swift Blink first before he gets rid of the boots and goes for that Basher. So we'll see how he wants to itemize through this, but it is going to be the BKB coming out now for that Slurk, and Yatoro, once he gets this might be a bit of an easier time here for Spirit to fight into the side of Navi. Just look at the spiders on the map, scouting out absolutely everywhere, you know, trying to find these movements from Spirit.
That BKB changes a lot. There's no chance that this Disruptor is going to be getting his Aghanim Scepter anytime soon. He even wants the Boots of the Bearing. Speaking about you know, the Disruptor, he is leading the charge towards Spirit. You don't go towards that high ground. You know that if they are waiting for you, it's right there.
Yeah, Moonlight Shadow is going to be coming through as well as a smoke here from Spirit. 3-man smoke on the side of Navi, but it looks like Spirit are going to be the ones to close the gap here, maybe get the jump on it. It's going to be Shigetsu with the closest, but Yatoro chasing in now. The reveal comes through. Gets that D-Ward off. No, he gets the jump onto the cliff. That's going to be a self-clip coming through, and there's going to be the rundown away from the Broodmother, but he gets that pounced out now as well. It's going to be a really nice jump in, but can he get anything from it? Because he's going to be using that Shadow Dance now as well. The roar comes out onto the Alchemist. Can he get the kill onto the lockdown on the Alchemist? The Sinister Gaze now as well. The lockdown is going to be up, and Shigetsu, he's going to be falling. The BKB going to be revealed here from Yatoro onto Shigetsu, and they clean up 2 of them. And what else can they get from this? Because all 5 heroes on the side of Spirit are still alive.
Malik was trying to cosplay a ward for the entirety of that fight, and in the end, well, he you know, you got the warded there in the end. But overall,
is under attack.
This is what a 9-second BKB on a Slark in the later portions of the game will do. You're just allowed to fight for so long. You have the shard, you have the ulti, and you have the BKB. So that's pretty much 10 seconds that you can just constantly hit on someone, maybe even more, like 12, 13 seconds. And that's going to be a lot of SMG stacks. We can see 37, and, you know, Spirit, they only have the Beastmaster in terms of pushing potential. potential, but then when you have a Slark with 37 stacks, it's that's a big chunk of damage that will be done to your towers.
Yeah, that's a whole load of right click coming out here and just taking away these buildings. And we'll see what Navi want to try and do to defend this, because he don't have an alchemist for the next 16 seconds. So Meljoul, he looks like he's playing the furthest one forward, but he can't get caught out here by a pounce, anything like that. He does have that BKB available. No Hex just yet. It's going to be a lane of racks. All of a sudden, Team Spirit, you know, they found this time and they found the momentum, and they get themselves into this, take a really good fight, and all of a sudden, Navi, they just start to lose buildings.
Navi, they're drawing the line on the bottom lane. They know they have to control their triangle. That is like the last part of the map that they can control, because they have both the tier 1 and the tier 2 there. Considering the Roche is not going to be up for at least 2 minutes, they have ways to claim that area. But that's why Team Spirit wants to be faster and get it before Navi even gets there.
Yeah, the move over is coming out through from Team Spirit. Rocket Float comes out, but Spirit inside the smoke, and like you say, try to control this triangle. The ward does go down here. Danielle and Chig actually do walk themselves up. The Dream Coil is going to be the Chain Frost. Hey, actually, no, the force attack actually bounces towards Malik now, and they're going to be able to get themselves right on top of this clockwork. Malik at least gets himself over the cliff, but Yatoro comes in with that second pounce. The bash will be there as well to the Alchemist. Alchemist with the connected field starting stone combo onto the Slark, and Slark, what can he do? He's going to use that PKB, and now the other set of Gotcha is going to pop right once again onto the Alk, and Alk, he just gets cleaned up. He has no buyback. Navi even get the buyback out, and they get the dieback onto the clockwork. Malik can't get himself out of the aggression coming through from the side of Team Spirit. They get this clean up, and they're even going to be able to go into, well, not the tier 3 on the bottom lane, because they don't have the tier 2 and the tier 1 being down, but you get the call. Navi, they just go straight for the GG, and Spirit, they take this one in 2.
Yeah, well, Navi, they've had good tactical moves in this game overall, but they made some blunders in terms of spell usages. But this is definitely a tactical blunder here at the end.